AOL code, text and turn gold. Now the stories unfold. From dial-up dreams to LinkedIn kings, he taught the world how to build through strings. It's the Max method, no guessing, just growth. 4 steps deep, he's coached them both. Top earners, big burners, trainers, and pros. Max lit the fire, now everyone knows. Started with a spark, now the blueprint's live. Thousands trained and they multiply. From Facebook chats to LinkedIn leads, he plants the seeds, then watches them succeed. Mentor to coach is the guide for the great. Author, speaker, shaping fate. You don't just follow Max, you duplicate. That's how legends elevate. It's the Max method, built to last. Social selling, scaling fast. Calling the father the go-to name. Max Steingart, he changed the game. It's the Max method, built to last. Social selling, scaling fast. Calling the father the go-to name. Max Steingart, he changed the game. Max method, built to last. Social selling, scaling fast. Calling the father the go-to name. Max Steingart, he changed the game.
Hey, my friends, stand by for just a minute. Wow. I just this is totally on a different subject, but the only people that are here are my students. And so I'm going to show you something that I just started. Okay, now can all of you see the image on my phone? Yeah, let me just unmute Joe.
Yes, I can see your image of your phone.
So anyway, as I mentioned earlier, I just started playing around with reels. And let me see if I can find it. Anyway, I made. Okay, so this is it here.
If you're ready to become successful in your network marketing business, click the link in the comments. If you're ready to become successful, if you're ready to become successful,
Anyway, what it did was it's phenomenal. The technology is outrageous. I just made this is all done with artificial intelligence. And what it did was it put me on a sailboat as if I was there. And so let me just exit out of this, come back. Now, see, here's the thing. You got all this great technology that's out there, and it's phenomenal. I mean, blows me away. But at the end of the day, if you are trying to sell something, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. So for years, I've been teaching a process that frankly has gotten easier to do. Years ago, I mean, I've been doing this for 30 years. So 25 years ago, I had to convince people, you want to build your network marketing business, you need to go on AOL. Then it was MySpace. 2008, when Facebook came on the scene, by 2010, I didn't have to convince people to go to Facebook. You no longer have to convince anybody to go to Facebook. And now LinkedIn has been everybody's secret weapon. And now that's changed. You got 10 million people every month jumping on LinkedIn. And all you need is a profile. Put yourself out there and you can start talking to people. So over the years, I've developed proven strategies, proven scripts that work for people, that enable you to talk to 10, 15 people a day, that enable you to close 1 or 2 people a week or more. And it all starts with a profile. Now, typically, everybody takes off in December. But what we're going to be sharing with everybody in bootcamp is how you can actually triple your business in December because of the mindset of so many people. So, why should you listen to me? Because I broke the code in the 90s. And this texting formula that I came up with enabled me to add thousands of people to a company in 18 months. And the beautiful thing is, in December, 4 days in a row, right after Christmas, I signed up 5 people a day. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to pop out of here. And I'm going to jump over here on LinkedIn. And we got somebody new that's here. And I always, Good. Let me unmute you. I apologize if I'm butchering your name. Babami?
Tabani.
Did I pronounce that right?
It's Tabani.
Tavani.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, Tavani, are you on LinkedIn?
Yes, I'm on LinkedIn.
Okay. So your name isn't coming up. Maybe we can find you, which is not surprising because most people don't realize that they're not visible. So, what country are you in?
I'm in the United Kingdom,
And where?
in the UK.
The UK. Wow, you're up late. It's what, 3 o'clock in the morning there?
Yes, two
Wow.
o'clock.
Okay, so let me go to where in the UK are you?
I'm in Nottingham.
Where?
Nottingham.
Le Lexingham?
Nottingham. Notting.
Wait here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in the UK. Let's see if he'll come up this way. Here he is. That you?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. So now it's kind of interesting when you think about it that when I did a search, your name didn't come up. So there's something on your settings that are affecting you. All right. So let's bring up your profile. And so I'm going to send you a connection request so that we can be connected. And how did you hear about me?
Oh, I think it was, it's been a while. I think it was on Google or something, or Facebook or something like
I'm having a hard time hearing you.
that. Yeah, I think it was on Facebook or something. It's been a while.
Okay. So you're on Facebook too?
Yes, I'm on Facebook.
All right, let's go over there and see if we can find you there. And what I'll do is I'll bring up, is this you?
Yeah, the top one.
The top one.
The first one.
Ah, okay. So let's take a look at this page. So you've certainly got you got people following you. So you have an audience here, but it doesn't look like you've done very much on
No,
Facebook.
I accumulated the audience sometime back when I was doing music, but I'm not that active on Facebook, on social media.
Okay. Well, we're clearly having a hard time hearing you. Let me see if I can bring up my microphone. All right. So here's the $64 question. So what, whoops. Where'd you go? Here you are. So what are you trying to what are you trying to do on here?
At the moment, I'm just doing real estate flips.
You broke up.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah. I was saying at the moment, I'm doing real estate flips part-time. I'm working full-time.
Okay. Well, we're having an issue here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you now it's kind of interesting because I can't send you the way you're set up here. Okay, here we go. I'm going to send you a request to connect on Facebook. Okay, so once you accept me, then we'll be able to talk to each other. And let's figure on, sometime tomorrow where it's a little bit more convenient for you. And we'll communicate with each other and we'll see what you're doing and how we can help you. So in the meantime, you can kind of enjoy what I'm sharing with everybody else. So let me come back over here. See, most people don't realize that they're not visible. So let me come back over here. And let's look at Peter. Okay, let me unmute Peter.
Hello.
Hi, Peter. How have you been?
I have not been very active lately. My wife recently joined a network marketing company a week ago. So decided to work with her.
Okay, which one did she join?
ACN.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Which all right. Well, I'm familiar with ACN. Are they still doing internet?
Yes. Yeah, they're doing a lot of home services, internet, phone, TV, healthcare.
Did they ever get into electricity?
Yes, electric, yes.
Because
And
I just started working with somebody that's in electricity,
yes.
and they only work in 5 or 6 states.
Yeah, I think the electric is in like 7 states, and some states, Texas, where I am, is the only electric, but certain places, I think like Pennsylvania, have gas and electric.
Right, right. Well, the person that I'm working with, I just started working with them, is really excited because I showed him a couple of things,
Oh,
and
okay.
he's basically he's blown away.
Okay.
So what other network marketing companies has your wife been in?
This is her first time.
Okay, really?
Yeah.
Her first, how many have you been in?
Let me see, Legal Shield. Power is not really a network marketing company. I was in ACN 20 years ago. Probably 3, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Primerica, Legal Shield, and ACN.
okay. It's funny because the first network marketing, actually the only network marketing company I ever built was a company that in 1998 became part of prepaid legal.
Yeah, I heard the story. Yeah.
But the interesting thing was that when I learned that there were unhappy network marketers out there, people that had lost for one reason or another, they weren't happy with their company. One of my people connected with somebody in ACN,
Oh.
and they were an area coordinator. They'd been in ACN for about 4 years. They were making about $2,000 a month, and then ACN changed the comp plan.
Mm.
And so his check went from $2,000 a month down to 700.
Dang. I would be upset.
Well, right. And so he had always anticipated that he was going to sign up my distributor. The thing that connected them initially was both of them were horse owners.
Mm.
And Cynthia worked at the post office. And so he always figured he was going to get her in his business. But the day he got his check, he saw Cindy online, sent her a message. They ended up talking,
Mm-hmm.
and he ends up signing up, coming into our business.
Wow.
Well, what happened next was so I'm welcoming to the team, and I said to him, I says, "What happened?" He told me that they changed the comp plan, and I said, "Well, if you're not happy, and I can certainly understand why, I'm sure a lot of other people in your company are unhappy." He says, "Nobody's happy." So I said, "Well, why don't you give me the name of the top distributor in the company that you're working with, and I'm going to call them. And if I can sign them up in the business, I'm going to sign them up under you."
Hmm.
And he was a little reluctant to do it because he said, "I'm still getting $700.
Right.
I don't need for them to know I'm doing something else." And I promised him, I'm not going to say anything. And, so I called this fellow up, and here's a lesson for all of you. When you're calling somebody that you don't know, and for all intents and purposes, it's a cold call.
Right.
In the first 45 seconds, you need to introduce yourself and give him a reason, to want to continue the conversation. Now, and of course, the other thing is you never really know who, or even if you know who you talk to, you don't know what they're doing when they pick up the phone.
Right.
So I called him up and I says, "Terry, my name is Max Steingart, and I'm a leader in another network marketing company. And a number of some members of your team have joined my business, and I was just trying to, find out what's going on. Would you have a couple of minutes to talk?"
Mm-hmm.
Now, at this point, um, Roger was already lining people up to come over, so I wasn't lying.
Right.
And so Terry says, "Yeah, I'll give you 15 minutes."
It's a
Well,
long time.
Terry talked to me for 3 hours.
Wow.
Okay, and the whole conversation was about him. I got his life story. I found out why, what happened. This was his first experience with network marketing,
Mm-hmm.
and of course, as he had 150,000 people
Wow.
on his team.
Woo.
And of course, all of his leaders are bitching and moaning that none of them are making any money. So now he lived in Oklahoma City and our company was based in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
And so I told him, so he said to me, "I'm never going to get into another one of these companies unless I could sit down and look the owners of the company face to face." And I said, "Well, you're in Oklahoma City, our company's in Dallas. I mean, I'd be happy to arrange, a sit down with the founders of our company." And he says, "You can?" I says, "Absolutely." So what I did was I said, "Let me call you back." So I called up the company and I asked for the CEO's assistant. So I get her on the telephone and I said, my name's Max Steingart. I'm one of your up and coming leaders in Florida, and I've got a very experienced network marketer. He's a leader in another company, and he's interested in looking at TPN.
Right.
Could you set it up? So gave her the phone number. She said, I'll take care of it. Then I called him back and said, you're gonna get a call from the CEO's assistant, and she's going to set up a time in a meeting.
Wow.
All right. So I made the arrangements, right? And what happened was he went down to Texas and he had 4 people with him, 4 of his team members. And I let the CEO and the co-founder pitch him and sell him on getting into the business.
Wow.
So he was excited. Now he's driving back to Oklahoma. Now he's in the car, and so how did it go? Now he's hemming and hawing,
Hmm.
okay? Because he says, Max, there's a whole bunch of people on my team that told me about this company, and
Wow.
I'm going to make a lot of people mad
Hmm.
if I sign up with you. Okay? Now, understand, there's no obligation on his part. I'm just a stranger on the telephone.
True.
Okay. And again, you see, the problem that happens for a lot of people in network marketing is, think about how most people get in it. Somebody recommends a product to them. So we're taking the product. We're not looking necessarily to build a business.
Right.
So we'll take the product recommendation from anybody. If I was thinking about building the business, this would be the last person in the world I'd get the products from.
Right.
They don't have a clue as to how to build a business. But, by that time, I'm already in it. I'm already a happy customer. And if I decided I wanted to build a business and I didn't want to go through the person that told me about it, I'd have to step out of the company for a year
Wow.
and then come back. So you're kind of locked in there.
Yeah.
That's the problem that happens with most people in network marketing.
Mm-hmm.
So, in fact, 95% of the people in network marketing are orphans.
Yeah.
In other words, the person that brought them into the business is no longer in the business. So this is what I did with Terry. I said, Terry, let me explain to you why you want to be on my team. I said, first of all these people that that told you about the company, nobody arranged a meeting with the CEO. I
Yeah.
did. Okay. But now that you know it, here's what you're going to get when we work together. First, I'm going to ask you for a list of the names of all the other regional vice presidents in the company. I'm sure you got one. Yeah, I got one.
Wow.
I said, send me their names, send me their contact information. I'm going to personally call every one of them. I'm not going to mention your name, but I'm going to sign them all up under you.
Wow. That'll get him.
Oh, well, yeah, but see, that's something everybody else could do. Anybody else could do. Easier said than done. And then I said, here was the icing on the cake. And more important than that, I'm going to show you and every member of your team that we bring into the company how to build the business on the internet.
Okay.
Okay. And boom, he was all over it.
That's a
All right.
difference.
Now, here's what happened. Within, I think it was 2 months, he brought, the company had an event in Texas. He brought about initially 30 people to the event.
Mm-mm.
Following one, those 30 people turned into 300.
Man.
And we ended up bringing, I think it was 5 other regional vice presidents into the business. The
Wow.
young woman who started the whole thing became known as the internet queen in our company.
Yeah.
And you know, man, it was like, you want to talk about an explosion. So so one of the things that you know, with electricity power,
Hmm.
you know, it's certainly confined to 7 states, but still you have, there's plenty of people to talk to in those 7 states. But
Yeah.
I'm curious. You know, you've been a student of mine for a long time.
Hmm.
Um, and look at this. You have 8,817 people that you're already connected to. Now, let me tell you what that means. A third of these people are still prospects for your business. As a matter of
Yeah.
fact, or more, that you could basically reach out and connect with. And what we're going to talk about tonight are some tactics and strategies. Now, I see 4 days ago you posted happy birthday, a happy Thanksgiving wish.
Thanksgiving, right?
Okay, and what happened with that? Did anybody?
A couple of people reply.
Okay,
Right.
so well, I don't see where they did. Oh, wait a minute, this is Facebook. Oh, is this Facebook or is it LinkedIn?
No, that's LinkedIn. This is
Okay,
LinkedIn.
okay. So let me. So anyway, um, all right. So all right. So let's see. So, and looking at your history, you were a teacher.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah,
still
I'm still there. Yeah.
okay? So you're still teaching.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you do solar on the side.
Not that much anymore because the solar business has changed and now they did away with the. This has been a turbo year for me in solar. That's why I just decided I'm not even gonna worry about solar anymore.
Okay. All right. And so, all right. So let me show you what you're missing. Okay. So to do that, I'm going to go back to my account. So right now, keep in mind, you got 8,000 people you're connected to. So
Right.
all of you that have been on LinkedIn for any length of time are looking at the same situation. So I'm going to go over here to my network. Actually, I've been in your account, haven't I?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever change your password?
No, I never had a reason to.
Okay. So let me do it. Let me do it. Make it relevant. So I'm going to log out of my account. And what's the email that you use?
It's pnote1,
Okay.
PNOTE1 at Gmail.
It should pop up in a second.
E1.
Here
Yeah,
it is.
there it is. Yeah. Yeah, it's the same password. I never changed.
Yeah. Okay. So now watch this. First, let's go over to your network. So you got 20 people that want to connect with you, but let's look at the people that you're already connected to. Now, at least 20 to 30% of the people that you're connected to are still viable prospects. So one of the first things you want to do is you can go up here, and so he's a teacher. So let's come up here and let's look at all of the teachers that you're directly connected to. And we'll come down here. Well, you've got at least 10 pages, 10 on a page, that's at least 100, but you probably have more.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's look. Here's a special education teacher. Let's click on the message here. You've been connected to her since 2020,
Right.
but beyond that, you never talked to her.
Yeah, I reached out to her, but she never replied. Yeah.
Aha. Well, see, here's the thing. And that's a mistake that a lot of you make. In other words, hey, I send a message to somebody, it's like a game of tennis. You hit the ball over the net, they have to hit it back. If they don't hit it back, then you move on and talk to somebody else. Wrong. Okay, it's up to you to start a conversation with somebody. Now, so she's a teacher. And we can make an assumption that so you started talking to her in 5 years ago,
Yeah.
but she's active right now. All right. So I have a script that that works around, especially around the holidays,
Mm-hmm.
where you could basically reach back out to her and restart the conversation. Now, the question is, why does she have the open to work frame around her picture? It means one of two things. It means either she's looking for something else to do, or she's looking, for example, a personal trainer or a fitness instructor that has the open to work frame is saying, hey, I'm a personal trainer. I am open. I'm open for clients.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Okay. So it means one of the two things. Now we'll come down here. So the question is, we come down here. Why? Okay, well, here it is right here. So she was a behavior therapist
Until October.
until October. Now, she was a school teacher for years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when you're reaching out to talk to people, they're going to fall into two categories. One, they clearly have a need. And two, let's take it by profession. So we have teachers that clearly have a need. They're looking to change. And then we have teachers, a big group of teachers that don't have a need, but there's a high probability that at one point in time or another, they've tried network marketing just because that's the way teachers are naturally attracted.
Okay.
All right. So because you're a teacher, that's an easy way to make the connection. So let's just come down here and we'll do one more. Well, here. So we're connected to teachers. So let's look for teachers that you're connected to that say they're looking for an opportunity. Well, these are people that say they're looking for another opportunity.
Really?
So let's come up here and let's look at the first one. Hit the message. Okay. This was before Max, because I didn't teach you this crap. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So she looked at it and So this is, this is kind of almost like kind of a variation of the project launch script,
Hmm.
but it's certainly at the wrong time.
Okay.
Okay. So it's kind of like, to put it, to make it relevant. If
Yeah, it was a variation of Project Launch script that I looked at it because it has a name.
Right. Well, see, but the thing is, if you're looking to romance a woman, okay, and get her in bed, you have to kiss her first.
Okay.
I mean, that's the easiest way to, that's the easiest way to identify it. I can say that because there aren't any women on here tonight.
Hmm.
Okay, and I apologize, folks that are watching this on Facebook and LinkedIn, but that's the truth. The network marketing has always been a relationship business. And so, again, following the scripts, and here you clearly didn't follow the scripts. Okay. In other words, if you look at her, she's looking for an opportunity. So who is she? Bring up her profile. Looking for new opportunity. All right. Whoops. So we come down here. Ten months ago, I'm looking for a new role.
Hmm.
You come down here. So according to this, she's a teacher, but she still has that I'm looking for a new role.
Hmm. She's probably looking for a new position.
Well, again, it comes down to a conversation between you and the other person. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop out of your account because you don't have Sales Navigator. I'm going to come back into my account. All right, so now I'm going to come back up here to my network. Now, LinkedIn has added a new feature called Catch Up, which enables you to follow up with people that change their jobs, celebrating a birthday, work anniversary. And so what you get to do, first, let's go back over here to my connections. And if I did the same search, all right, and I came up and I said teacher, I got the same thing.
Hmm.
Okay, now, so
But in
these,
different order.
well, these are all teachers. Okay, but then if I come down here and say, all right, so let's look at this person here. All right, so we're connected. I haven't talked to her. So let's look at her profile. So the question is she active? So we can come down here and we could see last time she posted something was 9 years ago.
Oh.
Last time she reacted to something was, I mean, so long ago, 7 years ago.
Yeah.
So there's no point.
Yeah, next.
Okay, but you come down to this one here. Message. So looks to me like she may have been an Isagenix.
Mm.
All right, so we've been connected since 2022. But notice I can see that she's online. And the last time she did anything was 4 days ago.
Pretty
So,
good.
so you can come down here. Now here's a teacher. It's got the open to work frame. Same thing. No contact.
Mm-hmm.
So your ability to connect is unrivaled. Now, I'm going to pop out of here. And I'm going to, let's see how many teachers are actually on LinkedIn that you could be talking to. $31 million.
Wow. Woo.
31 million. Now, keep in mind that they're going to be broken down into two categories. One category is they're looking for something, and the rest of them, they're not looking, but the longer they've been teaching, the higher the probability that they tried network marketing. Now, when you follow my scripts, now we've released, over the summer, we released a whole new series of strategies and tactics that is part of the getting to know you process. We want to find out what their experience in network marketing is. And then you address it because most of the people that you're going to talk to have a bad experience.
Yeah.
Now, so what we're finding is that for every 10 people you talk to, following the scripts, that share with you what their network marketing experience is, and then you follow the scripts to show them that I talk to people all the time that tell me the same thing, that, they tried it and they failed. And the truth is that they weren't trained. You see, today, to be successful in network marketing, you no longer have to chase your family or your friends. You don't have to do home parties. You need three things to be successful. One, you need to be passionate about the company and the products, passionate to the point that you would tell people about it even if you weren't getting paid. This is a copy and paste script. Second, you need to be working with somebody that is committed to helping you become successful and help you build a team. And third, you need good online tools. And when you put it to them that way, most of them had one, but they didn't have two and three.
Right.
All right. And so now you tell them, look, with your skills, with your experience, you have the skills and the experience to be very successful. Or I wouldn't be talking to you. Now you go into your project launch script. I'm about to launch a project to work with two people, blah, 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 blah. Would you like to know more about it? And the way it's turning out, for every 10 people that you have this conversation with, 4 out of 10,
Mm-hmm.
depending upon the relationship you have with these people, in other words, they're really communicating. 4 out of 10 are willing to look, and 2 out of 10 are signing up. So what I'm thrilled about, because normally I've always been talking about, instead of going through 100 no's to get a yes, when you follow the scripts, you get 1 out of 10. And the better you do, the more you do, stick to the scripts, the better you get. So let me come back over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to blow by. And Dana Barish became the top recruiter in her company, working with me. Now, here's the interesting thing. See, everybody's got a story. With Dana, she was in a company that got sold 5 times. And every time the company was sold, see, 95% of the people in a network marketing company are orphans. And so when somebody is successful, the company holds you up, they edify you. Hey, you know, let's give a hand to Pete. You know, and not rank advancing like crazy. And so all these orphans look at you, and if something happened to the company and you went someplace else, everybody's got to. So the orphans follow her. So she went from company to 5 times, and every time she'd make an announcement, "Hey, company's closed. I'm going here." People would follow her. So let me get to Ann Barante. First month we worked together, she was building an Isagenix business. She signed up 26 people. Now, it wasn't just 26 people on Facebook. She was a yoga instructor. She'd go to the gym. She hit Starbucks every day. And so she was using the scripts and the strategy wherever she went. All right, so so in 1 year, she doubled her income, and she was able to quit her job that she had for 30 years. 4 months after she started working with me, she quit her job. Today, she's in the top 10% of the company. So let me get Rhonda Collier today is a $1 million earner working with me. So I want to get down to the posts. So it's 4 steps: create a page, connect with people, communicate with them, close them. But it's posting that builds relationships with people without talking to them. So in December, you have, I mean, literally, it only takes, let me come back here. It only takes 2 or 3 messages to identify a good prospect on LinkedIn. And now LinkedIn has a feature that allows you to star them. And it only takes 6 to 10 messages to identify a great prospect. And with these new scripts, the scripts are turning no's to yes.
Yes.
Because once we know how they feel about network marketing, so I'm going to go by the LinkedIn statistics. And remember, it's not what works, it's what duplicates. Bring somebody into your business on Monday. By Wednesday, they're bringing in their friends. By Friday, they're bringing in their friends. So these new scripts are working unbelievably well. And the easiest way to do this is to communicate with people that share, could be your profession, your interest. So this activity enables you and every team member who uses it to bring new people in. And it worked in November. It's working in December. So the birthday strategy, anniversary strategy, sending someone a thank you, using GIFs, moving images, makes you stand out from all the people that you're talking to. Sending someone a congratulations. The holidays, we had Veterans Day in November. We had National Fast Food Day. We had just finished up with Thanksgiving. So it's all about posting gifts, right? So change your picture, wish someone a happy birthday, wish someone a happy anniversary, a holiday or an unofficial holiday, post something motivational or personal development or a joke. But you want to post something that moves. Then react to the people that like what you did and you're on your way. Okay, likes become, so you post something, they like it. Likes, comments, and shares become leads, leads become prospects, and prospects become business builders or customers. So you want to start talking to the people who respond to anything you do. reach out to people, start talking to them based on what they do. And the more selective about who you are, who you talk to, the more successful you're going to be. Quality over quantity. All right, now I'm going to pass LinkedIn searching features. Connect with people anywhere in the world. Now it's all about gifts. According to LinkedIn, posting a GIF receives 80% more comments than anything else, and they get shared 20 times more. So what you post is what builds the relationship with people. Okay, so here we have for Thanksgiving, and what I want to do is I want to share with you, we had day after Thanksgiving was Black Friday, today Cyber Monday. Now, in a couple of days, I think it's on the 4th, you got National Cookie Day. The project launch script, it's a lot different than the one that you were using. Enables you to talk to more people. And what happens is it enables you to close more sales. The goal is to do it before New Year's Eve. People that lost their jobs, entrepreneurial-minded people, people unemployed, coaches looking to make a side income. All right, so people in professions that are naturally attracted to network marketing. But it only works when it's used with the correct people, right people. So we have New Year's resolution scripts. We have side hustle scripts, our new LinkedIn icebreaker. Michael sent me this. I've been prospecting for 2 weeks, sponsored 2 people I've never met or spoke to. I have 7 more actively engaged, all from daily posts. As you predicted, I have people coming out of the woodwork. Marissa enrolled 13 prospects into her business in 10 days over Christmas. 6 are business builders. All right, let me show you how she did it. Yo. Okay, so what she did was she was an eBay seller, 6 years. Selling things on eBay is not easy. So if she went over here and she did a search, let me clean this out, for, now Katie Goodart, good friend, come over here, like what people do. So let's come back. So I'm gonna, up here, I'm gonna look for eBay store. See how many people on LinkedIn have eBay stores. You go over to Sales Navigator. So you got 8,500 people that all own eBay stores. You come back over here, how about eBay seller? You got 12,000. So between the two, if there's no duplication, that's 20,000 people. All right. So she came up with a real simple script that we're going to share in boot camp. But basically, it's like, you know, hey, I've been selling things on eBay for 6 years. How long have you been doing it? Well, you know, people talk to each other. So how's business? You ask someone a question, they come back, they ask you, they answer you, and then they come back with the same question. So when they came back to her, say, oh, you know, it's touch and go. Some months are good, some months are bad, blah, blah, blah. So how are you doing? And she'd come back and she'd say, you know, I'm not doing it anymore because I found something that was easier to sell. And the thing that I really liked about it was instead of a one-shot sale, I got customers that would buy every month, creating a growing stream of residual income. Would you like to know more about it? That's all she did. And, you know, and she couldn't believe how easy it was. And the honest truth is, it is easy when you're talking to the right people. Leela, it's only been a week since we started. We already enrolled 4 people. We got 3 more almost ready to go. We never thought it would be so easy. Personal coaching has made this possible. Now, all coaching did was it made it go faster because the way I'm coaching now is different than I think you and I coached once, didn't we? Wherever you went. So, Robin, use the 4-step strategy that I learned in boot camp, enrolled 5 people. That's what we expect all of you to do in boot camp, to sign up 5 people. Ranker Winslow, and 2 of my new recruits also enrolled 5 people each. It duplicates. Dan Ladd, one of my favorite stories from last year. Somebody else holding up. Was building a network marketing business, and a sponsor died. Okay, if you know who you want to sell to, they're easy to find. So he had a cleaning business. This is what happened to him.
Hey, Dan, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I've heard from a lot of students in the last 2 or 3 days. Last time we spoke, you know, you had used the training that you got from me to expand your franchise business. And I think you said that, you know, now they kind of brought you in, made you partner.
Yeah, they have actually, Max. Through using your system, one of the things that happened for me is that I learned how to contact people on LinkedIn. And some of those contacts became so powerful that I was able to close a major account with Verizon Wireless that we signed a contract for $20 million. That is to clean cell phone towers. But since then, we've also made contacts with people that manage the municipal water towers and water treatment facilities. And in doing so, I mean, it has blown up my business. And it's like I said before, you know, I never would have known how to contact people on LinkedIn. I never would have known to even use LinkedIn for that sort of thing if it hadn't been that I came across you through somebody when I was in networking, when I was in network marketing. And I know a lot of people use it for network marketing, but it can be for anything. Just learning how to contact people is the biggest thing. It has been so powerful. It's just unbelievable that last year I was struggling financially. And then by the end of the year and this year, I will make over $2 million. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's like unbelievable. It's actually one of those things that was like, it's like one of those things I wasn't sure I believed it until it happened.
Okay, so here, I'm going to skip over these. And what I want to do is I want to show you, okay, today is Cyber Monday. Tomorrow is National Mutt Day. And it's also National Fritters Day. Thursday is National Cookie Day. And these are unofficial holidays. Joe, you raise your hand.
Yeah, I just had a question. The person that was contacting the eBay sellers, did she go through your initial script, you know, saying that LinkedIn suggested that we connect? and
Oh,
then
yeah.
go in with her
No,
speech or?
she did it exactly. She followed the script, made the connection, and then, I kind of shorted it down to, the basic nuts and bolts. But no, first it was LinkedIn suggested we connect, and then the icebreaker, and then started with, started the conversation. She did it exactly that way.
Thank you.
Okay, so National Cookie Day. Also, it's National Dice Day. Friday is National Bartender Day. Look and see how many bartenders are on LinkedIn. It's also International Volunteer Day. Saturday is National Microwave Oven Day. Sunday is the Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. It's also National Cotton Candy Day. Monday is National Brownie Day. And there are scripts and strategies for all of these. Tuesday is National Pastry Day. Thursday is International Mountain Day. Saturday is Cocoa Day. It's also National Day of the Horse. Wednesday the 17th is Maple Syrup Day. We got Cupcake Day. National Salesperson Day. And then we got Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. You got Hanukkah, Kwanzaa leading up to Wednesday, December 31st, New Year's Eve. And then, of course, you got New Year's Day. Now, there are all kinds of scripts that you're going to be able to use around the holiday. Now, look at these project launch numbers. Use the project launch script to recontact 100 previous connections. 75 responded. I haven't had a chance to get to everyone. This is what I'm saying. You're connected to people that you've never talked to. I love it. So far, I've enrolled 11 people. My team's on fire. Been a long time since anyone was this excited. So again, reaching out to existing connections, many of which she'd never talked to before. 75% response rate with a 15% closing rate. Here's another one. Sent out 100 project launch messages over 2 days to 87 previous connections. 87 people responded. Every one of them responded. Showed the business to 50 people, and I've enrolled 15. 8 are building the business, and 7 are now customers. I wish I knew about this 2 years ago. All right. This is what you're sitting on in the month of December. I have more people to talk to than I can believe, thanks to your project launch script. I think it's better than your birthday script. Use it with 150 of my previous connections. 90 people wanted more information. I've already showed my business to over 60 people. I got 13 business builders, 9 customers with the help of my upline who now thinks I'm great. Called me on New Year's Eve to congratulate me and tell me that it rank advanced, and he wanted to know what I was doing. I want you to think about this. The longer you're not taking action, the more money you're losing. Effective posting will enable you to literally quadruple sales. And that's what it comes down to. Again, if you're not talking to people, the holidays all by itself gives you enough to start conversations. But on top of the holidays, if you share a profession with someone, the more you have in common with people, maybe you went to the same school, having mutual friends in many cases is enough to do it. But effective posting is one of the most important components of this of this process. And whatever you're sharing with people, you just need to use GIFs, moving images. Now, boot camp starts on Thursday. Our Top Runner retreat starts on Friday. We've got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And this one is going to be unlike any of the other retreats that I've ever given. This boot camp is going to be, actually, this boot camp is going to set the stage for a whole new level of training that we're going to be doing in 2026. And these new scripts, we're taking a slightly different approach. When I say slight, and I mean slight. In other words, every potential professional that you would talk to, let's just take it by professions. Two categories. Either they have a need, obvious, and we have scripts and strategies for that. Before you talk about your business, you just want to find out what their experience with network marketing was. It's a casual conversation. And the people that don't have a need, and clearly there are more people that don't have a need than that do, but it's the same thing. You know, most of the teachers that I work with on LinkedIn that have been teaching as long as you've been teaching have all worked with a network marketing company to generate a side income. Which ones have you worked with? Every coach that you see on LinkedIn, they're all working with a network marketing company to generate a side income. Which ones are you working with? That's all it is. And it only takes 7 or 8 or 9 back and forth conversations to make it work. So if you're not registered for boot camp, there's still time to get in. We sent out we had a good Cyber Monday promotion. Check your email. It's still available. I think we're going to keep it open for another 24, maybe 48 hours. So you can get into boot camp at the lowest possible price. Same thing with the retreat. Check your mail. I also sent out a notice. The last time I did this was 8 years ago, but I'm gonna start a mentoring program, and I'm only gonna work with 5 people. And by the way, when the last time we did this mentoring program, we actually took the whole concept of the project launch script and refined it. And then we introduced it to everybody in boot camp, and I regretted doing it because people just, they forgot everything else and they went right to the project launch script. So we had to re-educate people. And so it became a permanent part of boot camp 5 years ago. But it was originally crafted and refined in this mentoring program. When I work with my coaching students, that's how we come up with all of these scripts. So my coaching students get it first. Then after we've really proven it, made it irrefutable, then we introduce it in boot camp. And then finally it makes my ebooks. So when we come out with a new ebook in January, there are going to be a lot of new additions, but in every boot camp, we've typically added 5 or 6 different strategies, different tactics. So if there's any, I have 2 coaching positions available, and we have this mentoring program. So for some of you that were previous coaching students, you might want to look at that, check your email, but you need to reach out to me on LinkedIn. You could write to support@maxsteingarth.com and just say, that you want more details and someone will call you. But let me just say, by Wednesday, we've already got 2 people that have already signed up for it. And just because you want it doesn't mean you're going to be able to get in it. Okay, I need to see who you are, what your background is. I want 5 people that can all equally contribute to what everybody is going to learn. And we're going to help everybody take their business to another level. So if there's anybody that's interested in it, you could raise your hand or send me a text message in the chat. Just put in coaching or put in mentoring, and I'll have somebody give you a call tomorrow. Otherwise, my friends, I don't care what you've done in the past. And Peter,
Yeah.
I'm just, well, for one thing, you're sitting on a gold mine. Now, if you want to help your wife do ACN, it'll work. It'll work for anything. So you might, but you got to stick to the scripts. And what I do differently in coaching than we did last time is after we clean up your profile, and your profile doesn't need much work, you send out the messages, then I log back into your account and I answer everybody. Then you keep sending out the first and the second message, I come in and I answer. So you see how to answer. And then, so you're at that different stage. And then the next part is the transition. So I come in and you watch me transition until you feel comfortable doing it yourself. And then the next part is the project launch script, which I do first. And you get enough examples of how to do it where you feel comfortable so you can do it yourself. And this way you don't mess up a lot of really great opportunities. So that's the way coaching works now. And it works a lot faster. And we don't lose much momentum. And I just want to pop over here for just a second. Let me come back. And okay, so I'm in my account. And if I pop over here, so Craig, I just started working with him today. And so today what we did, now these are the companies that he'd worked with before. Isagenix, Melaleuca, Protandem, all these companies, he never, nothing. We went over his program, how much he can make, what he can do. We set some realistic goals. And he's got something, again, he by the way, he's selling energy. He's in a different company than you are. But his goal is going to be 25 people his first week. 25 people his first week, starting next week. And then help those 25 people each get 2. So he's going to end up with at the end of 2 weeks, he's going to have 75 people. Second week, he's going to bring in another 25. And this is predictable based on, now we helped him set up the profile. He's already got this hooked up. So we literally redid his entire profile. And he's connected to, he's got 2,000 people. So we made some changes on his profile. Look what happened. But this one here, he had 6 people like it, 2 people made comments. This one here, 3 people liked it. My friends, you're all sitting in the same place. You all have the same opportunity. And I'm here to help you. Many of you will do more business this month than you've done for the last 6. But all you have to do is take some simple steps, and go to work. So until next time, best of luck in building your business, my friends, and God bless. Here to help all of you.
Back in the 90s, cracked the AOL code, texting turned gold, now the stories unfold. From dial-up dreams to LinkedIn kings, he taught the world how to build through strings. It's the Max method, no guessing, just growth. 4 steps deep, he's coached them both. Top earners, big burners, trainers, and pros. Max lit the fire, now everyone knows.